dying if you had to. If it opened up a chance for you to pass through, blast through, most people think they have to. Change your dress code and begin to act cool. I had to ask you, cause no one else cares. Nobody's worried about housing or health care.
I'm Charlene Reed. You are?
I'm Thomas Peralta.
And what were your expectations?
Coming in, my expectations were to maybe learn something new about the community and what could happen and how it could change. But coming out, I think there were a lot of ideas that I could really relate to and I agree with, that hopefully in the near future they could become actions.
And now what are your thoughts?
My thoughts, it was a really good program, a really good 3 hours of my life that I enjoyed. Hopefully more activities like this can happen more often, and I would definitely attend it.
Thank you. I'm Charlene Reed, and you are?
Omari Gay.
And where are you from?
Bronx Korean College Preparatory High School.
And what were your expectations of this event, for this event?
Well, it was our first time doing it. We were looking at, maybe 30 or 40 teenagers that might come out, some community-based organizations that might come out, hopefully some of the political officers that might come out from the Bronx. We far exceeded that today. Hostos was really gracious at giving us this space throughout the year to prepare for it, and then today for the event. We had a lot of teenagers that came out that were just very much involved, and they talked a lot about the different topics, about what it takes to know what careers to go into as a teenager in the Bronx. Safety issues for teenagers in the Bronx was really heavy. That conversation was really heavy about safety, and talking about out-of-school programs and how they really don't know where to go, or they feel like it's not offered in the Bronx. So if they want to go, they have to go to outer boroughs, and they don't feel like traveling to the outer boroughs. And so just a lot of openness, a lot of good insight from teenagers. Adults can feel like we know, but we don't know anything until we start talking to the teenagers, and that was really helpful to us today.
And what will you take back to your organization?
A lot of my students were here today, and so it's going to be, and they know that I'm big on this, it's a continued dialogue. So I told them that today was just the first step. It wasn't just a one day, yay, we finished, and then we kind of go home, and it was a good performance. But this was like the beginning of dialogues, and so when I go back, I'm gonna talk to them about what are next steps. So what do we need to do about safety in our school now that we had this whole conversation about it? What do we need to do about after-school programs in our school now that we know what you really want and not what we think you want? What do we need to do about all the different things that we discussed today? And then from there, we have some of the more vocal students from my school. So these are the guys that are going to go back to the rest of the students and really get on them and start talking about this, and at the assemblies bring all this information up and start pushing this and moving forward with this and talking to the teachers and saying this is what we need in our school and that kind of thing.
Can you tell me a little bit about your blog?
Well, the blog is one of the main avenues that we're going to use to kind of keep in contact with all of the students that were here today, as well as their friends, as well as their family members and other teenagers. And so we want to make sure that we're going to list all of the different resources on the blog. We're going to make sure that we can continue to communicate with them through the Twitter account as well, and tweet back and forth about the different things that we may feel like we need to do, or next steps, or events coming up. But the blog and our Twitter account is one of the ways we're going to maintain communications. The biggest thing that we wanted to get from this is that it's not just today and today only, but that, again, first step, and that we continued our communication and we continue the relationships past today. And so that's what we're going to do with the blog and with our Twitter account.
And on your blog, if students don't have a Twitter, can they connect to Twitter from your blog?
Yes, they can do that. They can also just find our contact information and email us back and forth. They're going to see a lot of the different resources listed on the blog. So I know one of the main concerns were we don't know where, whatever it is that I'm looking for, where I can find these things. And so we're going to post all of these different resources as well as the contact information on it.
Thank you.